Beach Church, it's Friday again. Thank you for joining me. Our reading today is 1 Chronicles 16 through 18. We're learning about the covenant that God made with David. And God made covenants with specific people. But this is probably one of the most important we'll ever learn about. And the covenant that God made with David wasn't just to build him a house. And what I mean by that is, let's go through it. I will subdue your enemies. God personally fights for David, not the other way around. So David thinks he's out on that battlefield and he's praying, God help me. God was he was already in control. I will build you a house. And we find out that it's not a building. It's a royal dynasty. And it will last forever. Your son will build my temple. Solomon will do what David wanted to do. I will be his father and he be my son. A deeply personal father-son relationship. That's what that was God and David's heir, right? I will establish his throne forever. The kingdom won't last just a long time. It will last for eternity. What this meant was God promises to outlast human failure. David's descendants were a mess, right? Some of the worst kings in history came from his line. Yet God kept the covenant. Your failures don't cancel God's promises over your life. What God starts, he finishes. David never saw the full picture, right? He didn't know that the Messiah, that Jesus would come from his family, his bloodline. He just knew God made a promise. Sometimes we plant seeds whose fruits we'll never see. But that's okay. God is always working. You can rest in an unconditional God. This covenant that David had with God shows us that God's love isn't performance-based. He's disciplined. It's about discipleship. And he doesn't abandon us. That same character is also available to us through Jesus. And David didn't know that at this time. The final fulfillment is every promise. Every king pointed to the king. Every time you read about a king in the Old Testament, good or bad, and there was a lot of bad ones. Like I will be reading and I'm like, wow, that was evil. Like they burnt their own children. They worshiped idols. They put idols in God's house. They're all asking the same questions though. Is this the one? Is this the forever king? And the answer was always no. Until when? Until Jesus. And Jesus was the promise from God to David. What did they call Jesus? They said that he was the king from David, from his bloodline. So what we are seeing is God essentially is saying, I'm going to fix everything that is broken in the world. And I'm going to do it through one man's family. 1,000 years later, after David was king, who arrives on the scene but our Jesus, born in Bethlehem, David's hometown, descended from David's bloodline, called the Son of David by the people. He was crucified and he rose again. And now he is seated at that eternal throne. Meaning God kept his promise. The covenant he made with David, he kept his promise. God always keeps his promises. God has promised us eternal life. We just have to have a relationship with him. So even when you can't see it, even when you think that you're alone, God is always working and he keeps his promises. Well, I hope this helps you this week. Keep praying, keep reading, and I will see you next Friday. Bye, Beach Church!